Before I get started, I would like to warn that my speech contains triggering words related to self-harm. Here's the Cambodia Suicide Hotline if you're in need of help. Remember, you're not alone. For Child Helpline Cambodia, dial 1280. For Cambodia Suicide Prevention Helpline, dial 017-222-372. Have you ever noticed how an incredibly small thing can change an entire direction of a day? It could be a song, a short message to someone, or even just a cup of coffee in the morning. To an outsider, it may not seem like much, but to the person that is experiencing it, that small moment can be the difference between giving up and moving forward. Have you ever come across a trending video that looks like this? Here's an example. I choose coffee today. It may seem innocuous, but it actually got a dark backstory. The trend is referring to a provocative quote by the French philosopher Albert Camus from his 1971 novel, A Happy Death. The quote goes like this: "Should I kill myself or have a cup of coffee?" Death is the ultimate consequence, and a cup of coffee is so mundane. Putting those two extremes together seems absurd. But then again, life is absurd, or at least that's what Camus, one of the foremost absurdist philosophers, thought. Absurdism is a philosophy that explores the paradox between the indifferent nature of the universe and the human desire to find meaning in life. The truth is that life is illogical and lacks meaning or purpose. Sometimes life is tragic, miserable, pitiful, and we try to find ways to make sense of it. Why do people live in poverty? Why are people exploited based on their race, gender, and class? There doesn't seem to be justice or a logical reasoning to our suffering. Absurdism tells us that there's no meaning to life. Then ask, if life has no meaning, then why do we care? This is the central question that Camus wrestled with. For Camus, death or coffee were both possible outcomes. To the different universe, whether you choose coffee or whether you choose death does not matter. Sometimes, when there are things that's happening in life, you have to keep moving forward. It's just like but that's the point actually. You keep moving forward. Because what if there's no reason for you, what if you don't need to find a reason? What if the whole point of life is the journey and the lesson it teaches? Absurdism recognizes the inconsistency and inherent rationalities of human experience. It sees that there's no true meaning. Your journey only becomes something when you give it meaning. Instead of despair, absurdism challenges us to actively create our own meaning and embrace life's chaos. As Camus argued, the universe is indifferent and has no grand inherent meaning. Instead of despairing over this, he suggested that the only way to live is to rebel by continuing to experience life fully in the present, in the moment. Enjoying life simply as it is. Even the repetitive routines of daily life, like a warm cup of coffee, can help you accept the nihilism and move forward. Life doesn't always move forward through big breakthroughs. We often celebrate dramatic success stories, and the quieter acts of perseverance can easily go unnoticed. But when life is absurd, the small is as important as the big. For some people, it really is coffee. I'm one of them. For others, it's music, a hobby, a pet waiting at home, reading a book, hanging out with a friend, or even the hope that tomorrow can slightly be better than today. These things may seem insignificant, but they aren't. The people who survive, who persist, who keep choosing life through simple everyday acts, despite the uncertainty, are just as important. all their stories, the quieter ones, though less visible, can help shape the world alongside the more celebrated ones, and create lasting impacts that influence others in ways that are often unseen but no less meaningful. Life, there are things that goes on with life, and you just have to keep moving forward. And sometimes there are things that many of us go through, and it may seem not that great and all, but we have to keep on persisting, we have to keep on fighting, and most of all, we have to keep on continuing. I would like to close off with Camus' full quote. Wait, actually. But what if, even though there are things that many of us go through, we sometimes have to continue on living and just embrace life as it is. So I would like to close off with Camus' full quote. Should I kill myself or have a cup of coffee? But in the end, one needs more courage to live than to kill himself. Courage can be derived from anything, and most of the times, it comes from the little things. Yeah, that's absurd, but it's all right. Thank you.